Hello. I'm gonna go over a couple of scales in the blues scales, major scale and minor scale, and how loosely how B.B. King would use them when he was playing, and then develop a little exercise that'll include some monotonic bass, turnaround, and using these scales. So hopefully it'll be a good lesson and you'll get something out of it. Start out with the blues scale. We're in the key of A. So if you know that scale, that's 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. And then the tonic note is that one. Those are your A notes. Then there's an extension to that one. 7, 10, 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10. And that's your tonic note there. So that is the minor scale or the blues scale. Then there's a major scale or major pentatonic scale. It's 5, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. And then it goes up higher. Same notes. So you can figure it out. You know, it's better than being spoon-fed. If you figure it out, you really learn it better. But on this one, it's 7, 9, 11, 7. No, that's 9, I'm sorry. 7, 9, 11, 9, 11, 8. I'm sorry, 10. So it's 7, 9, 11, 9, 11, 10. And then 12. So yeah, you play it here. That's it. So that's kind of what B.B. King's style. Not, I'm not. You want to bend up to this note. That's the 10th fret. So that's what we're going to do, is incorporate those two scales into a little exercise. And the general idea is on the one chord in this exercise is an idea from B.B. King. Again, there's no rule about it. He did what he did, all kinds of technical stuff, and you can't explain it. You know, I'm not good enough to explain it. So I'm just going to give you a general idea from him, which is on the one chord playing the major pentatonic, focusing on major pentatonic, on the 4 chord, focusing on the minor pentatonic, which is like the Albert King, Stevie Ray type riff, generally speaking. And so I'm going to do it in a progression and use monotonic bass on the 5th string and 4th strings. This is the A and the D. So when we're on the 1 chord, I'll do the A, 4 chord, the D, and then so I'll go through the progression, and then I'll play it. So it starts out like this. It's 7, 4, 7, 5, hammer on, then 7. sliding up here to the 11th fret, and that's the 10th fret, and this is the 12th fret. That's what I'm trying to work on, hitting that. So here it is. Let me start over. Do it twice. Then we're going to go to the 4 chord. We're playing from this other scale, the regular blues scale. Back to the 1 chord. And we're going to do a turnaround. One more time, here we go. Okay, so that's a 9th chord. It's like a D7 played up here on these, starting on the 5th string. Just that little box, that little triangle, and you flatten out those bottom 3 strings. It's kind of like that's a 7th chord, a D7, but we're playing D9th. So that's a same chord, you just walk it down like that. Then here, that's the 5th fret, the 1st string and the 4th string. You just walk down on the 4th string, you keep your little finger going, playing triplets. Okay, so that's I'll play it all the way through. I'm going to add a second verse here, I guess you would call it, for second 12 bars. And this one, on the 1 chord, it starts out with more of a pentatonic blues scale, minor scale, not the major scale. And then it goes into a part where you're playing, the second half of the riff is in the major scale. And then when you go to the 4 chord, you're back to the minor scale. So I'll just play it and hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about. So it starts out like this. It's, let's see, it's 7th fret and the hammer on that same 7, 5, 6, 7. Then you bend up on the 7th fret and you play the 2nd and 1st strings. You kind of abruptly stop. That's kind of like a T-Bone Walker's type vibe. Here it is. I'll do it cleaner. So you kind of give it a second there after you play it. Then you go back up here. Do that twice. Then you go to the 4 chord. Playing that from that extent. You're playing from these notes here. From that first scale I showed you, the extension, that's more like the Stevie Ray Albert King style. That's what we're doing on the 4 chord. So here I'll play that. I'll just play the note. So that's the riff right there. Then you don't have to play the exact riff. You want to bend up to that note on the 12th fret. And you're playing the 10th fret, and you're coming back to this 11th fret on this 3rd string. You do that twice. Then you go to the 4 chord. Then back to the 1 chord. And okay, so I'm going to play both those two little verses, so to speak, together, starting out with the. Mix up that a little bit. Okay, and that, like, you would keep on going, but that's the general idea. So execution's not real smooth here because I'm working on this stuff right now. I'm just kind of sharing it as a lesson, kind of my thought process. So the things you're picking up here is using this monotonic bass. If you play without the picks, you can still do it. I'm not used to it, but I'm just used to playing with these picks, but really it's good to play with your fingers or picks or a combination. You can get a plastic thumb pick, but strongly recommend that if you kind of want to expand your playing. It would help you in rockabilly playing and different things like that, you know, so it's definitely worth it, changing it up there. Then the other thing, so basically the idea is, just to recap here, is that on the 1 chord you're focusing on this, that scale, the B.B. King, that's the major pentatonic scale, and then again, it's not a hard and fast rule with B.B. King, but that's what we're doing here. We're focusing on that scale on the 1 chord, and then when we go to the 4 chord, we're playing mostly from the pentatonic blues scale, which is like a minor scale. So these riffs, like you'd hear Stevie Ray and Albert King doing. And then, so the reason I kind of got into this, or what started me with this one, is the whole step and half step bends. I realized I was kind of loose on that, particularly the half step, and you can, if you do a whole step bend, you can do it on this, on the 3rd string easy. going up to it. So, but up here on the second string, if you're on the 12th fret, you want to bend up to this note. You want to listen to that. And I can tell you that these really good guitar players like Eric Johnson, B.B. King, these really good technical players, they do that with precision. And then, so that's the whole step. The half step would be bending up to this note. So that's second nature. It was second nature to B.B. King. So when you bend up a half step, that is more. That's from the minor scale. When you bend up a whole minor pentatonic, when you bend up the whole step, it's the major pentatonic. So this little exercise, we're going to play the on the one chord, bend up. Just do this riff, bending up a whole step, and when you go to the 4 chord, bend up a half a step. So I'm not perfect at this. I'm not actually good at it. I'm working on it, but I will get good at it. Now that I'm focusing on it, but I'm just doing this as an exercise to share with you. So. Then when you go to the 4 chord, looking for this note. So that's the idea. You're playing the on the 1 chord, you're playing this A note, and you're bending up to that tone right there. Then when you do the 4 chord, you're bending up to this. So you can work on doing that. That's just kind of an idea that I realized I need to do as an exercise. I hope you enjoy the guitar, and this helps you out. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Now I've got another lesson, some other lessons. One of them is learning the major scale and all the modes up and down the neck. If you don't know that, I'd highly recommend it. Not exciting stuff, but it will get you to where you know the fretboard. And that's the idea. You want to be able to play if you're in the key of D, just easily find it and have ammunition there, and be able to. If somebody says, okay, we're going to play in B flat, okay, no problem, just slide down to B flat. I know where it is, or A or D or F sharp, whatever it is. You don't have to sit there and think about it. You really kind of want to know that. You want to know where the notes are on the neck, and know the major scale up and down the neck. You want to know that. You want to know, like this scale here. That's the the blues scale we went over. Well, you want to be able to play that in every position. Okay. So that's it for right now, and I think I'll post another lesson on how to use this minor pentatonic scale for country also, and I'll do that hopefully soon. And if you want to check out this video will be on my playlist for lessons, where you can find that other video I was telling you about for the major scale and its modes. And then I have a playlist of my one-man band channel, where I play drums, guitar, harmonica, and maraca at the same time. So appreciate if you check it out, and if you want to subscribe or hit the like button, that's great. Or if you don't like it, you can hit the thumbs down. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, if it makes you happy. So